Well, as he was talking there, of course, this sell-off ensues here. There's a separate report out from the folks over at Citibank, Citigroup, whatever you want to say, and they are saying, hey, you know, Donald Trump could win. What's going on with Hillary Clinton and all shows that her probability has dropped. His has risen, even though they still give him a 35% chance. But they said it's a one-and-done event. 35% is actually means that you have a 1 out of 3 shot of seeing this guy succeed. Statistically, they're right with that, but I think they spend far too much time examining that and fretting about something that maybe isn't a big fret. Whatever. It's the uncertainty that they don't like, and that's weighing on the markets. That's the excuse du jour for the time being. I don't buy it. I'm conveying what others are saying. Former Ronald Reagan economic advisor Art Laffer with me on that. There was trepidation ahead of Ronald Reagan, too, was there not, Art? Maybe not to the same degree here, but he was a new taste, a new approach to things, big tax cuts that many in the financial community thought would be too big. That worked out okay. What do you make of this latest broadside?
I think there's a great deal of similarity between Donald Trump and Ronald Reagan. If you look at both of them, I mean, there are a lot of personal differences, but they're both from the outside. They both got very little support from the party, from the establishment, and both of them are moving in. And if I were to look at that Citicorp report, I would say that the probability of Trump winning is far, far higher than 35%. If you look at Republican turnout, 2008 versus 2016, up 60+%. Democratic turnout down 22%. If you look at what's happening in state and local governments, in 2009 there were 28 Democratic governors, 22 Republican. Today there are only 18 Democratic governors, 31 Republican, 1 independent. And if you look at the economy, I'm going to go along with James Carville. It's the economy, stupid, and the economy has never been worse. This is the worst recovery ever. I don't see how Hillary can possibly win the election.
You say it's the worst recovery ever, and yes, in terms of the type of growth, I know, but you know, the administration has come back and argued jobs are back, maybe not to the degree they were, but millions of them, and we've got the market tripling under this president's stewardship. So they come back at you to say, well, you know, we're not exactly off to the races, but we're a hell of a lot further than when we were on the mat. And so Republicans to claim otherwise is at best ignorant. What do you say?
Well, I don't think it's ignorant at all. I mean, what you have to do is look at people in similar circumstances. And when Reagan came in, if you look at the Reagan recovery versus the Obama recovery, Reagan, we had 11.5 million more jobs today. If it had been at the Reagan recovery level, 3.5 trillion more GDP. I mean, those are the correct ways of looking at it, that we've been bouncing along the bottom. True, we are not sinking anymore, but we're bouncing along the bottom, and there's no sign out there that it's going to improve. I mean, they've kept 0 interest rates for how long now? 8, 9 years.
And apparently they're going to keep it at least another month. What do you make of that the market is doing the Fed's bidding? I don't know if that's such a good thing.
I don't think it's a good thing at all. I mean, yesterday when the Fed switched its thing about how soon they'll raise rates, the market went way up. I mean, you know, this is something that's really bad economic policy, Neil. And frankly, I think the Fed should try to get out of the business of controlling that and just let interest rates seek their own level and let the housing market come back again. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to play politics right to the very end, which is a tragedy.
All right, Art. Good seeing you again, my friend.
Neil, it's good to have you back, and I'm sorry I wasn't there on the day of your return. I was in Turkey, but I was wishing you well from all over in Istanbul.
You were in Turkey, or you were eating?
I was in Turkey. I was eating turkey in Turkey as well.
There you go.
Fun.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's great to have you back. It's
Thank
really
you, my friend. I appreciate that.
Thank you.